All right, welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire, of course. We're having a lot of conversations all through the day, not just right here on the Morning Crossfire, but indeed, What's Up Lagos will have interesting conversations. When I'm done, Jimmy Dis will come in as well with a Daily Digest. It'll also be power-packed and interesting. I'm saying power-packed like it's a church program. And after Jimmy leaves, we'll have What's Up Lagos with Stretch and Jetta. I almost said Stretch and Jetta. Just to make me laugh a lot. And of course, Joyce will be here with the sunny side. You know what to expect. She will challenge your thinking. And then Marianne will come here with basketballs, breaking the tables and scattering everywhere. So everybody has his own strengths, and that is what you find on Nigeria Info. Trust me, you don't want to touch the dial. That being said, the topic for a message is preaching. Sorry, this a discussion this morning is Goodluck Jonathan constitutionally qualified to contest the 2023-27 presidential election. This was the last we heard of a president named Goodluck Jonathan as president. This was the last Nigerian said of him. Well, one of the last statements, let me say, before be handed over.
Nigerians, I thank you all for turning out en masse for the March 28 general elections. I promised the country free and fair elections. I've kept my word. I've also expanded the space for Nigerians to participate in the democratic process. That is one legacy I would like to see endure. Although some people have expressed mixed feelings about the results announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, I urge those who feel aggrieved to follow due process based on our Constitution and our electoral laws in seeking redress. As I have always affirmed, nobody's ambition is worth the blood of any Nigerian. The unity, stability, and progress of our dear country is more important than anything else. I congratulate all Nigerians for successfully going through the process of the March 28 general elections with the commendable enthusiasm and commitment that was demonstrated nationwide. I also commend the security services for their role in ensuring that the elections were mostly peaceful and violence-free. To my colleagues in the People's Democratic Party, I thank you for your support. Today, the PDP should be celebrating rather than mourning. We have established a legacy of democratic freedom, transparency, economic growth, and free and fair elections. For the past 16 years, we have steered the country away from ethnic and regional politics. We created a pan-Nigerian political party and brought home to our people the realities of economic development and social transformation. Through patriotism and diligence, we have built the biggest and most patriotic party in Nigerian history. We must stand together as a party and look to the future with renewed optimism. I thank all Nigerians once again for the great opportunity I was given to lead this country, and I assure you that I will continue to do my best at the helm of national affairs until the end of my tenure. I have conveyed my personal best wishes to General Muhammadu Buhari. May God Almighty continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank you all.
All right. That was in 2015, 10 years ago. There are rumors the man wants to come back. He's not said he wants to come back, but I know who is coming back, who has come back on this program. Chief Festus Ogwuche, who is our guest, is a lawyer and constitutional expert, joins us on the line from the beautiful city of Port Harcourt. Chief, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, good morning, Kofi. How is Lagos?
Fantastic. We're here.
All right.
Yes, we're here. Lagos is beautiful. We just hosted the world to a boat race, E1, which was a spectacle, showcasing the tourism potential of Lagos.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Indeed. I hope that the creeks and the waters of Niger Delta will also be, improved to be able to, have such tourist attractions, because we need that down south as well.
Oh, that would be lovely. That would be beautiful.
All right. Okay, Chief. I'm going straight to a topic, which is a question this morning. Of course, we know that your colleague, a lawyer, by the name John Mary Chukwukasi Jideobi, a young man, I've done my research on him, is asking a federal high court in Abuja, to issue something that you're very familiar with and you've talked about many times: a perpetual injunction. Perpetual injunction, restraining Jonathan from presenting himself to any political party for the purpose of contesting the 2027 election. He is citing, asking the court to determine, he's saying the court should determine whether, in view of the combined provisions of the entirety of sections 1 sub 1 sub 2 sub 3 and 137 sub 3 of the 1999 Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and their conflated interpretation, but that Goodluck Jonathan, who is the first defendant in his suit, is eligible under any circumstances whatsoever to contest for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Sir, straight to the point, is Goodluck Jonathan qualified, in your opinion, and by the Nigerian Constitution, to contest again?
Yes, it's coming at the very right time. The question is coming at the very right time. But I hope we are not, whatever I say now is not prejudging the issues before the court.
No, I'm asking you, Chief Ogwuche, as far as you are concerned, can you please tell me, I'm curious, Kofi Bartels, if Goodluck Jonathan, his rumored ambition is constitutionally allowed, acceptable, and if he can?
That question is not for us to decide at the moment. It's not for us to determine.
I'm not asking you to determine the suit, sir.
I'm not determining the suit.
Yeah,
I am not, but I quarrel with the gentleman's prevarication to a perpetual injunction that a political party should not accept him or what. That's a matter to be decided by INEC. It's a matter to be decided by the court. It's also a matter to be decided by law. The Constitution is very clear on it, on eligibility. And as far as I'm concerned, Goodluck Jonathan is well qualified, roundly qualified, eminently qualified to contest for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, going by the provisions of the Constitution.
Okay. He's been sworn in.
You said I should give you a straightforward answer. That's what I've done.
Okay.
You want me to elaborate? You can go into that.
Yes, because I'm sure the conversation is not the first time we're having this debate, that Jonathan has been sworn in as president to complete the term of Umar Musa Yar'Adua, who unfortunately is not with us, the late Umar Musa Yar'Adua. And then he was sworn in again in 2011 to take his first term, full term as president. So can you be sworn in more than 2 times as president of Nigeria?
The Constitution is not talking about swearing in. It's talking about elected to that office. If he has been elected to that office at any 2 previous elections. So it's not the swearing in. The first swearing in was because of the mishap of the death of President Musa Yar'Adua, our very dear president. I love that man so greatly. That his death. He was not the president. Even though the authority of the Supreme Court says that the president and the vice, the governor and the deputy governor, they rise and fall together. But then in real jurisprudence of the law, there's a distinction in that office. Except we have to look into the American system and see how it works, how it functions. But he was not sworn in the first time as president. And what the law here is demanding is that he must have been elected to such office. Was he elected to the office at the initial instance as president? He wasn't. He was the vice president. So he took the stand of the president when the president, the substantive president, passed on and was sworn into that effect. that one is not his own. It cannot be counted as an election that he participated as a president. He contested as president in that capacity. It's a different thing altogether. So I think we should not look at misconstrue the Constitution or look at it from a perspective that is totally not acceptable in judicial interpretation, in legal interpretation, in statutory interpretation. But if he has contested, the only one that is registrable, that is recognized under the law, which can be act as a barrier against him, is the one that he contested directly as a president, if he has been sworn in that stead. So, I mean, if you look at it, thank God the gentleman is asking for a conflicted interpretation of those provisions, and from a general point of view, you look at it purely from the area of law, jurisprudence, and all that. Right? You discover that the man had only contested for an election once.
All right. Well, Jonathan was sworn in exactly 15 years ago to this day. This is how NTA put it out. Stay with me, sir. After the death of Mariano.
Now, the inauguration proper begins with the oath of allegiance and subsequently the oath of office. Administered by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Aloysius Kesenalo.
I, Goodluck, Ebele Jonathan, do solemnly swear and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
All right, so you heard the words, I believe, Chief Ogwuche.
Yes.
It says in section 137, which talks about disqualification from the office of the president. Sub 1 says, a person shall not be qualified for election to the office of president if A, subject to the provisions of section 28 of this constitution, he has voluntarily acquired citizenship. We skip that. B is where we're going to. He has been elected to such an office at any 2 previous elections, or the rest talks about death sentence and lunacy and all that.
Lunacy, soundness of mind and all that.
Conviction and all that. So, in the eyes of the law, was Jonathan elected to be president 15 years ago when he took that oath of office, like we had an oath of allegiance, or not, sir?
He was not elected as president, even though his position, upon which he's elected, is conjoined with that of the office of the president. He is not the substantive president. The provision is strictly focused on the president himself, not the vice president. He entered into the shoes of the president because of the unfortunate mishap that took the life of the president away. And that has also been provided for in the Constitution. The circumstance upon which he stepped into the shoes of the late president and what have you. So you will not count it that he was expanding his own tenure by stepping into the shoes of the SY president, the late president. No, that is not his own tenure, substantively speaking. In interpreting the Constitution, you take it from a very liberal perspective, liberal interpretation and approach to construction of statutes bordering on the Constitution or any organic law is very important. So you cannot label his position as vice president as the president as a distinct under the Constitution. He was not the president then. He became the president because the president, the SY president of which he was vying, passed away. And then he stepped into those shoes in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. You cannot count that for him as having stepped into, having expended a tenure.
But no. Chief.
Yes.
Section 136, subsection 2, provides for how the president will be, or subsection 1, sorry, 136. It says that there shall be a vote at the National Assembly, at a joint sitting of the National Assembly, and the new president, that's a vice president in the case of the death of a president, shall be deemed to have been appointed president.
Which section are you reading now?
Section 136, subsection 1, which talks about death, etc., of the president-elect before the oath of office, which says, if a person duly elected as president dies before taking and subscribing to the oath of allegiance and the oath of office, or is for any reason whatsoever unable to be sworn in, the person elected with him as vice president shall be sworn in as president, and he shall nominate a new vice president who shall be appointed by the new president. Now, it says, where the persons duly elected as president and vice die or are unable for any reason whatsoever to assume the office for inauguration of the National Assembly, Independent National Electoral Commission shall immediately conduct an election for a president and the vice. So we see that the office of the vice president. Okay, I think I actually went ahead of myself. It is for when the president dies before swearing in. Then the National Assembly by simple majority. So was that what happened though? This is a different scenario. I know we talked about the doctrine of necessity, but was any sitting of the National Assembly to approve, or was it just a cabinet saying, you know what, the man is dead, you step in? I'm trying to remember what happened there.
No, whatever it is, the thing is that these are provisions under the Constitution which must be interpreted, like I said, liberally. And for such interpretation to gel, you must necessarily look at it from the point of view of the jurisprudence on the matter, not just our Constitution, on the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution, but from the general understanding of what an organic instrument is. If a president dies, the thing is that the vice president will step into his shoes. If both of them die, then of course the electoral commission will immediately conduct an election for a president and the vice president. The distinction between president and the vice president is very clear and unambiguous. They are two different things, even though they are the same. They roll the same coaster. They roll the same jive. They are together. They fall. They rise and fall together. That's what the Supreme Court says. I think it's in the case of. I forgot that case now, but that's what the Supreme Court says. Right. They roll together. But then in constraint whether the person who has spent because you see that he came midway into the tenure of Yar'Adua, the late president. Yar'Adua had already spent some years, and he came in. Will you ascribe that as a tenure? That he had spent. It's not his tenure. It's not his election. So it depends on the nature of interpretation to be given to it, and I think the court will have to be very careful and live up to their responsibility and not pander to the will of anybody in giving interpretation to this provision. Right. And that is what is important, because whatever we do now, we develop our jurisprudence. Just like the case of the 12 governors who went to the Supreme Court asking for the interpretation of the state of emergency and the collapse of democratic system in Rivers State. And the Supreme Court is still sitting on it till this moment, yet to give answers to those questions. I think it's rather unacceptable and bizarre. So it's a very profound issue in law which will seek interpretation. But I'll tell you that the coloration of the president and the vice president are different on issues of election. They are together, we know. Right. In terms of their nomenclature, the distinction is very much clear and glaring. You cannot say that was a Jonathan presidency, or he was elected as the president that time. That will count for him or can be justification for denying him. The right to contest for the presidency this time around. It is not, because there's an encroachment. He just came in midway into that tenure. Okay,
Chief, stay with us. We'll come back after the commercial break with take calls and also have a few more questions for you right here on the Morning Quest.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. What can you do in just 2 minutes? Brush your teeth, get dressed, or warm up your food. In 2 minutes, you can also buy your motor insurance with Leadway Assurance. No queues, no stress, just 2 minutes and you are set. Visit auto.leadway.com today. Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Waiting happen. Every time I do small transaction, they don't slam me with original extra charges, SMS alerts, bank transfer, even bill payment safe. They know they put the person at all. You never hear say with Smart Cash, you fit send money go another bank, pay your bills, and receive SMS alerts all for free. For free? Yes, now for free. Then go even pay you 15% interest per annum on top your savings.
Hey, got some for me now. How can you join Smart Cash?
Dial *939# or download the Smart Cash app today to begin enjoying zero extra charges on all transactions. Smart Cash, money matter na sense. Smart Cash na by Airtel.
Hey, see package. This is what I call full house.
Yes, sir. That's me. I full.
Who's talking about you? I'm talking about this Peak Yogurt Drink Full House pack in your hand.
The Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House pack with more refreshment contains fresh cow milk. Share and enjoy full house goodness filled with essential vitamins and minerals. Peak. Reach for your peak.
New Lafarge Water Shield Cement now confirm. Number 1 waterproof cement for Nigeria. Yeah. Ogwuche cement for waterlogged areas. Number 1 waterproof cement for Nigeria. Yeah. New Lafarge Water Shield Cement number 1. Number 1. New Lafarge waterproof cement now confirm. 1 time. Put full stop for water wahala. With Lafarge Water Shield Cement, water go collect. If water jam house, or the shield. Lafarge, not confirm. Cement, new Lafarge Water Shield Cement, not confirm.
Put full stop for water wahala.
Mom, are you going shopping?
Yes, darling.
Can you get me a Capri Sun beach ball, please, Mommy?
For sure. Wait. Where do I get a Capri Sun beach ball?
There's a free beach ball inside every carton of Capri Sun, Mom.
That's right. The Capri Sun Beach Ball promo is here. There's a free beach ball inside every carton of Capri Sun. Terms and conditions apply.
Capri Sun. The taste of fun.
Omo, you define where you fit bet sharply and cash out anytime.
I love bet day here. Club I love bet. Football. Withdrawal. Odds when a boss brain. 100 million casino jackpots. Omo, your life will change with I love bet. Bonus boku when you sign up. And I love bet iBot AI. There to help you for predictions matter 247.
No dolo.
Sharply download the I love bet app now or visit www.ilotbet.com. If you snooze, you lose. I play, I win. I love bet. For 18 years and above, play responsibly.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor. My game changer.
Mommy, Golden Penny is giving away 4 billion Naira prizes for the 65th anniversary. Just buy Golden Penny noodles, pasta, or semovita. Check inside pack for code. Send code on WhatsApp and win airtime instantly. With 10 packs of Golden Penny noodles, 3 pasta, or 3 500 grams or 1 kilogram semovita. You can join the raffle and start a chance to win cash prizes, kitchen makeovers, and even a car.
Promo starts from September 22nd, 2025. For more information, visit www.goldenpennypromo.com.
Keystone Mega Million giveaway. Yeah. Cash is calling. Keep on winning. Oh, keep on winning. Win more. Ooh, yeah.
now to December 31st, 2025, you could be one of the 565 lucky winners in the Keystone Mega Milli giveaway. Simply carry out 10 transactions or more on any Keystone Bank channel for weekly cash wins, or save 10,000 naira or more for a month to qualify for the mega draw where millionaires are made. No account yet? Download the Key mobile app from your app store and open one today for your share of millions. T's and C's apply. Keystone Bank. We grow together.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! As we mark another client service week, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio want to thank and appreciate our reputable clients for your continuous patronage to our brands. Coca-Cola, Netflix, Nestle PLC, Tolerap, MTN, Airtel, Jameson's, Dambik IBTC, Nigerian Breweries, from Masada, Floor Mills of Nigeria, International Breweries, Friesland Campina, Guinness, Terra Group, South African Tourism, Fan Yogo, House on the Rock, Reliance HMO, Samsung, Oando, Amatem, Indra, Total Energies, Bolt, Mamador, LG, Big Bull, Salonpass, PNG, UAC, Dabur India Limited, Cadbury, PalmPay, Nivea, Jumia, BetKing, Emirate Airline, MoneyPoint, Mocha Foam, Sterling Bank, Devon Kings, and many more. We assure you that our outstanding and timely service delivery will always be our priority as we offer more to serve you better.
The news you need, the conversation you hear, the station you love.
Federal exports hit 371 billion naira amid heavy import reliance.
Resident doctors give federal government 30 days to address doctors' demands.
Jonathan will return to Aso Rock as president, says Professor Jerry Ghana.
Those who actually frustrated him out of office may be so desperate to wish him back.
Workers have a right, a constitutionally afforded right, to join unions or not to join.
Madam ADC gives article ultimatum to pick membership card. So it's not even paid his membership card. All these problems.
We are not all we have. They have other things.
Or we're not enough.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Here in third world countries are always turbulent years. There are all kinds of predictions, but I believe that the God who brought us to this level will see us through. No matter our ambitions, we should not sacrifice the life of Nigerians. That nobody's ambition, even if you want to be 20 presidents of this country, your ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. And you pray to God to give us that wisdom, that mind, to make sure that we conduct ourselves in a way that will not set the country ablaze because of our own personal ambition.
The words of Goodluck Billy Jonathan 10 years ago. Excuse me. Welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Still asking the question, is Goodluck Jonathan constitutionally qualified to contest in the 2027 election? Our guest, Chief Festus Ogwuche, he's a lawyer with a bias for the Nigerian Constitution. Chief, once again, thanks for your time. For those listening, we're throwing the lines open now. Please call 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993. And of course, our female listeners can call that number or call the special line 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. WhatsApp, you can send a short message, a voice note of 30 seconds will not be bad. And of course, you can call us on WhatsApp. And of course, we know that this is not the first time Jonathan debate, his eligibility has become a point of national conversation or discussion or debate. And it's not last. And Goodluck Jonathan himself has not said he's going to contest the 2027 elections. A lot of people have been rumoring here and there, including Professor Jerry Gada, who made a statement last week saying that he will contest with PDP. But a lawyer, a young man by the name John Mary Chukukasi, GDLB, has approached the Federal High Court in Abuja asking it to issue a perpetual injunction, an order of perpetual injunction restraining Goodluck Jonathan from presenting himself to any political party for the purpose of contesting the election in 2027. And he wants the court to determine whether in the view of the combined provisions of the entirety of sections 1, sub 1, sub 2, sub 3, and 137, sub 3 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and their conflated interpretations, the first defendant is eligible under any circumstances whatsoever to contest for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, of course, my lawyer guest is not here to do the job of the judge. Last time I checked, he's not accepted a judicial appointment. Oh, sir, have you accepted? Maybe you're not telling me. Let me give you a call. Congratulations, sir. These people approach.
But I will say that's without preempting the court anyway. Though we have the right to make critical comments on it because we have not a counsel in the matter. The case is academic. It's moot. There are no live issues there. It can only be said to be live when the President Jonathan had indicated an interest and actually gone forward to apply to contest for the office of the president. When that has not been done, it's akin to putting the cart before the horse because there's nothing live you can. So I've not looked at the affidavit evidence the gentleman brought. Apparently, it came by way of originating summons, and I don't think there's anything there that will make it look as one that the court can exercise jurisdiction to give a determinate decision on the issues before it. I think it's simply that maybe the gentleman is trying to. But Kofi, before you go into your calls, let us look at section 136. Yeah. Please. I'm very, very sorry.
136 what?
1361 of the Constitution. Can you read it?
1361.
Yes.
Oh, sure. So 136 subsection 1 says, if a person duly elected as president dies before taking and subscribing the oath of allegiance and oath of office, or is for any reason whatsoever unable to be sworn in, the person elected with him as vice president shall be sworn in as president, and he shall nominate a new vice president.
He shall do what? He shall nominate. So the office of the vice president is capable of nomination. That's where the distinction is. The thing is that in interpreting the provisions of the Constitution, you extrapolate into the Constitution and read everything holistically. Can the office of the president be nominated? It cannot. So that's where there's a clear-cut distinction between the president, the office of the president, and the office of the vice president, constitutionally speaking.
All right.
For the privilege.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So let's go back to the alteration made to the CFR in 1999 as amended. It is an act from 2017, but it came into effect in 2018, which is section 137. Subsection 3 was inserted by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1999, fourth alteration number 16, Act 2017. Came into effect in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And this is what it says. A person who was sworn in as president to complete the term for which another person was elected as president shall not be elected to such an office for more than a single term.
Is that the provisions of the Constitution?
137 sub 3. The 2017 Act, the alteration, the fourth alteration, number 16 Act 2017, says a person who is sworn in as president to complete the term for which another person was elected as president shall not be elected to such an office for more than a single term. So if one has an old copy of the Constitution, you may not see it, but that was it came into effect in 2018 under Buhari. One of the alterations there at the National Assembly, and some have now described this as a judicial dilemma, looking at what Section 137, subsection 1B says, which is a person shall not be qualified.
It's a contradiction.
If he has elected twice.
There's a contradiction there, but the words are very, very unambiguous, and I don't know why it is batted, because I don't know the extent to which it goes to advance the provisions of the Constitution that a person who has been sworn in, and expended the tenure of a substantive president can only contest for another term and not beyond that. I think that will require some bit of interpretation to marry it with the provisions of the Section 137B, which you made allusion to. Then, of course, there are other provisions in the Constitution that need to be streamlined to give effect to that, proper effect to that. That's my submission at that point.
All right, but at this point, hearing the two aspects, because some say there's no dilemma here. There's no dilemma, while some of your colleagues say there's a dilemma. Sub 137 sub 1B, a person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if B, he has been elected to such an office at any two previous elections. Then it goes on to say in 137 subsection 3, which is a fourth alteration, number 16, Act of 2027. It says a person who was sworn in as president to complete the term for which another person was elected as president shall not be elected to such an office for more than a single term.
The question now becomes: at what would you compare the office of the president to that of the vice president in terms of elections? If you're looking at it strictly from the point of view of Section 137 sub B, will you say that the vice president contested for the office of the president in that regard? That's not what Section 137B is talking about. Section 137 sub 3 is saying a different thing altogether. I think that's a different kettle of fish, because the qualifying provision is Section 137B. 137.3 sub 3 is trying to elaborate, what it should be. But then we are not going to say that the president, the vice president contested as the president from the beginning. It's not possible. That's not how it goes. Except we want to impute into the provisions of the Constitution what is not there. And sometimes when these people do these amendments, they don't bring it forward for people to have a proper and critical look at. Because I don't think that provision should be at all. But the qualifying provision, as far as I'm concerned, is 137B, not 137 sub 3. That's 137 sub 3 is supposed to come into maybe under an interpretative provision of the Constitution. It's not supposed to be a part of the body of that.
But Barrister, is it not clear and unambiguous? Because this fourth alteration, number 16, Act 2017, inserted this subsection 3 to section 137 as a new subsection, and also that's for the president. Also, a section 182 for the governors.
Would you now say that the vice president was elected as president, as at the time he contested as vice president, the office was contested, of which he was chosen as vice president? I pointed out something to you that the vice president is distinct from the president, because the vice president is capable of nomination.
But this is this not therefore saying not argue with your point about the vice president not being sworn in or elected as president, of course. But this insertion from 2018, which is an act of 2017, prevents, does this not in black and white prevent
No, it is not
a
in black
person
and
who
white
was
because
sworn
there's-
in to complete the term of an elected president or governor? We have the other one, if I added section 182,
For the governors, yes.
from being re-elected again or being elected
You
again.
look at it from the point of view of section.
Do-
What
you do
happens to
one
section
thing.
1? Kofi?
Yes, sir.
What happens to section 137 sub B?
It's there.
The
It's
provisions. What
137
happens to it?
subsection
If you
1B.
give effect, if
Is
you
there-
give effect to section 137 sub 3, what happens to section 137 sub B?
Sub
A
1B.
person shall not be qualified for election to the president if he has been elected for such office at any two previous elections. There's a dilemma. There's a contradiction there. So
Okay.
they don't flow with each other. One is saying one thing and one is saying the other thing. So in enacting that particular provision we talked about, they should have either expunged section 137B as to make it very clear and unambiguous. But then you cannot say that the person contesting for the office of the president along with the vice president are just one and the same office. It is not like that.
All right. So
I'm not giving such interpretation.
I have with me a copy of the act, which I'd like to read to your hearing. Then you can just please tell me what you think about it. I have a copy of the act. I don't know, maybe it might give more clarity. Because people are wondering, people are worried. Now, it says Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, 4th Alteration, number 16, Act 2017. Explanatory Memorandum. It says this act alters the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to disqualify a person who was sworn in as president or governor to complete the term of the elected president or governor from being elected to the same office for more than a single term. And it now gives Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 4th Alteration number 16 Act 2017 arrangement of sections blah 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 section 137 182 citation. So that's that. Should I read the citation, sir?
No, it's all right. But did it expunge the provisions of section 137?
No, it's still there.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do to that? Are we saying that the section 137B is non-existent, or you should throw that one to the dogs or to the willows? No. If you have to give effect to both provisions, are they not contradicting themselves? There's a dilemma, because if the president passes on and the vice president takes over and is sworn into that office as the president to complete the tenure of another president, you cannot say that that tenure belongs to the one who took over upon the death or the passing on of the substantive president. You cannot say that. It's not in any American jurisprudence. I think the US.
But sir, is in black and white.
Talks more of the extent to which there's an encroachment into the tenure of the president that has passed on. If it has gone for a very substantive level of time, over 2 years, then you can see that man has spent a particular tenure. But if all the vice president did was to spend a fraction of that tenure, you cannot attribute it to him.
All right. So are we to discard section 137 subsection 3?
That's the question. That's the issue. Because are we allowed to discuss section 137 subsection B?
1B.
1B. Are we to discard that?
All right. All right.
Is the errors in the constitution making process an amendment that we have been pointing out? That you don't just go amending over and over.
Okay.
Without following due process, procedures,
okay.
due process.
Barrister, let me put a little.
Come to our attention if there has been a referendum to the amendment as required under the Constitution, but the thing is just there, and it's now becoming a very. Now, how will the interpretation go?
Barrister, please permit me to put our listeners on now. That's a good question you asked. We have our first listener.
Good morning,
yes.
Kofi. Good morning.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, my name is Mark Modest.
Mark what?
Just following you. Mark Modest is my name.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Okay, fine. I want to ask a question. Why is this Jonathan issue coming up? Why are they forcing this man? Why are they trying to convince us to just come and disgrace Jonathan in 2027 election? For them not to leave that man his respect, for him to live happily the way he's living. They said he's not good. They insult him. They give him a lot of names. They condemn him. They try to even criticize, even kill him like more than Jesus Christ. And now they are trying to bring him in the picture to come and embarrass him. Why are they calling? Is it Jonathan that is the only one in Nigeria that can rule the country? Apart from Obi, is Osubanjo not there? Apart from Osubanjo, is there any other person in Nigeria that can come in? Why is it Jonathan? Why are they calling Jonathan in the picture? Why did they want to disgrace or frustrate that man? I'm very upset of that.
Thank you for your time. We pick another call. Thank you. 99.3 lost that. All right, please call back. 99.3.
Hello, good morning, Kofi.
You're welcome.
Femi from 11.
All right.
Jonathan has every right to contest. And I believe that the reason why all this is coming up is because if Jonathan stands on the pool right now with the incumbent Mr. President Tinubu, he's going to beat him hands down. That is why this issue is coming up, that he doesn't try to contest or does not contest or whatever. Every president has 2 terms, of which 8 years. He only spent 6 years as a result of his the death of our famous president. And he learned a lot from Yar'Adua because it is the president that all of us love, who brought down the price of petrol and make economy of Nigeria very dicey and good.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 99.3.
Good morning, Kofi. This is Kenny from Shomolu.
Okay.
I am very livid at this point. It is very clear that that act was brought to life in 2017 after Jonathan conceded, victory to Buhari to ensure that he doesn't come back again. Why I am livid is because the National Assembly, the least they could have done was to do a thorough job, as your guest said, to expunge the preceding section of the Constitution that will fully empower the new Constitution, the amended or whatever they call it, to stop people from coming to elect. Now we look like a joke. I think this, in the beginning I thought it was a frivolous lawsuit. But after listening to the sequence and chronological sequence of events, I am livid. I am so much chagrined. And the body of benchers and the Nigerian Bar Association must do something to punish appropriately people that write constitutions and don't do the right thing.
Thank you.
To ensure that jurisprudence is held up.
Thank you very much. Kenny,
without controversy.
That's a very wonderful contribution. I'm also confident.
Kenny, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I wish we had more time to look at all these, but we have a message here. Why do we drag issues that are very clear? If Dr. Jonathan is not qualified to contest again, why did he contest the election in 2015 against late President Buhari Chinuru from Lagos? This alteration was done in 2017. Okay, and that's what the gentleman is relying on. This one says this case is still in court. We're not giving the judge what to talk about. I'm sure Allah has explained everything. Please, leave us alone. Pato, says your guess is being clever by half. Why did Jonathan step aside when Yar'Adua passed? The fact remains that Jonathan has done 2 terms as president of Nigeria. So I want to give you a chance to just in 30 seconds, because we're out of time, respond, and then we wrap up.
Okay.
Yes. Very quickly, briefly, please. Yeah.
Well, yes, I would say that section 137 sub 3 is an ad hominem legislation. It is targeted at Jonathan. Your caller pointed that out, and I think I commend her very well for that. It's ad hominem.
Right.
After the election, they just did it to ensure that he doesn't come back. And it's
but it's there. But it's there. It's there, sir.
It's an illegality. It's unlawful.
But it's in the Constitution.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.